Yo, what's up, guys? It's the crew from Wake Up Dog here, and we're back at it with another episode. I believe this is episode number 7 of our off-season
Mhm.
draft. Right, this 7, yeah. Today we're previewing the Big 12 conference. Interesting storylines in this conference, mostly containing one individual team. Well, technically two. We can throw you in there, Cincinnati. It was your problem first, but that's what we got. It's the four of us. Unk's not here tonight, but he's here with us in spirit. But
Yeah.
we're going to go ahead and get into it alphabetical order like always. And we're starting with the Air Wildcats. And that's where Quan Don will lead us off.
All right, Wildcats. Let's go. Let's go. 9-4, 6-3, man. Taking a loss in the Holiday Bowl. I guess it wasn't a good holiday for them. Um, Points per game, 31. Total offense, we got 407 yards per game. Passing offense, 55 yards per game. Rushing offense, 152 yards per game. Passing touchdowns, 29. With a good 20 rushing touchdowns and a sad 13 turnovers, with 8 of those being interceptions and 5 being fumbles they lost, man. But that defense, man, only allowing 19 points for a game. They allowed 308 total yards. Yeah, they need to work a little bit on that. With a majority of those being passing yards allowed, which would be 165. Good takeaways. They had a 31 with a good 30 sacks. Key losses, Traden Stokes, Dalton Johnson, Genesis Smith, Michael Dasby, with key additions of running back Antoine Roberts, coming from Marshall, with a key return of QB Noah Fafita, one of the Big 12 top quarterbacks and the leader of offense. Key returns. Is that what that shit's supposed to say?
Yeah.
With key return
CB,
with CB Javon Cole, and returns as a leader of the secondary, and linebacker Tay Brown, defensive captain and one of the conference top linebackers.
J-Hawk, your boy Noah Fafita, man.
I love Noah, man. He's such an underrated quarterback. I know he had some issues staying healthy last year, but still led Arizona to a 9-4 season, a loss in the Holiday Bowl to SMU. If he's healthy, this team definitely can compete in this conference. I mean, we saw it last year where the Big 12 felt like it was wide open outside of the fact that Texas Tech basically kind of ran away with this conference. BYU was up there. Utah's competing every year. Like, this is a very competitive conference. But with Fafita, if he stays healthy, it puts Arizona strictly in the picture to compete and win this conference potentially. Also, yesterday was Jerry's birthday. Happy birthday, Jerry.
Good day to Jerry.
Yeah, happy belated birthday. Thank you all the guys. Yeah.
Motherfucker. Arizona, 9-4, coming off the Holiday Bowl loss. Let's see what they can do this year. Next up, staying in the state of Arizona is their rivals, the Sun Devils, coming off an 8-5 year. And Cecil's going to talk about Kenny and the Sun Devils.
Kenny Dillingham and Arizona State Sun Devils finished with a record of 8-5 season, with season overall 6-3 conference record, with a loss in the Sun Bowl. Very good game. Very great game, by the way. Good game.
And Duke shootout.
Offensively, they put up 35 points per game. Total offense was 441.7 yards per game. Passing offense 248 per game. Rushing offense 192. 30 rushing touchdowns, 28 passing touchdowns. Defensively, they gave up 22 points per game, 341 passing yards, and 204 rushing yards. Key losses: quarterback Sam Levitt, wide receiver Jordan Tyson, offensive tackle I'm not saying this last name. English is hard over here. Shout out Max. Cornerback Keith Abney.
Abney? Yeah.
Abney, I think I said. And linebacker Keyshawn Elliott. Key additions: quarterback Cutter Bowley, wide receiver Amarian Miller, wide receiver Reed Harris, cornerback Jakeem Stamps, safety Robert Riles, and linebacker Owen Long. The key returns is D lineman CJ Fright, DB Adrian Wilson, and offensive lineman Wade Hilton. And that is your preview for the Arizona State Sun Devils for the 2026 season, and as we just lost Jerry. So
Yep. He went overtime.
He shall be back. 8-5, 6-3 overall in Big 12 play last year. And honestly, I'll give Kenny a lot of credit because Levitt wasn't completely healthy last year, and this team still managed to end up with 8 wins and showing up to a bowl game. So I'll give him credit for that because maybe with a healthy Sam Levitt all year, the team is probably competing to win the Big 12 again, like they did a couple years ago when they had Scalaboo. That team is so crazy. That team is so nasty.
Crazy team. Good team.
But Arizona State come off 8-win year. Let's see what they have in store for this year, especially replacing a quarterback like Sam Levitt. But they bring in a talented quarterback in Cutler Boley from Kentucky. But we shall move it on. Unc was supposed to talk about the Baylor Bears, so Jerry's going to take over the Baylor Bears.
Yeah, man. Hey, you know what they say? My chick from Baylor. No, they don't. But anyway, yeah, man, the Baylor Bears, man. 5-17. They ain't the worst, but they ain't the best, you know. Offense, they dropped 34 points per game with a total of 440 yards total per game, you know. Most of that being passing, you know, 257 yards. Rushing is 182. With passing TDs is 31 and rushing is 28. Defensively though, they need to be better. Their defense allowed 32 points per game and a total of 392 yards. Most of that, it's kind of balanced on both sides of the ball. They kind of balance both sides of the ball. They allowed 19 sacks and 21 takeaways. Key losses, Sawyer Robertson, NFL draft, wide receiver Josh Cameron, NFL draft, running back Bryson Washington, transferred to Auburn, linebacker Keaton Thomas, transfer portal DN, Trevin May, linebacker Matt Jones, safety Devin Lemur, edge Gambrin Randolph. Jeez, they lost a whole bunch of people. Key additions, QB DJ Lagway, man. Yeah.
And I was just gonna say, that's gonna be a big addition.
Yeah, DJ Lagway. Wide receiver Dre, Deron Miller, wide receiver Gavin Freeman, D lineman Hosea Wilder, and some key returns is running back Dawson Pendergrass, tight end Michael Trigg, and 4 returning starting on the offensive line. So that's on the Bears.
Let's just mention that DJ Lagway ended the motherfucking season last year with 2,264 yards.
I mean, DJ transfers from Florida, and I think it was important for him because it just really wasn't
fresh
working
start.
at Florida.
Go get a fresh start.
Yeah, get a fresh start. Only thing is you're playing under a head coach who is extremely on the hot seat. Like, Dave, get the shit together. It's done this year, bud.
Most definitely.
But I think DJ Lagway is going to make, like, him just getting away from Florida, going to a smaller school like Baylor, you know, just reset, get back to playing football, enjoying the game again. I think this can be big time for him. It just depends on the talent around him and the coaching staff. Like, Dave Aranda, you're on the hot seat, dude. You got to win this year. At least go bowling. Like, I'm not saying you got to win the Big 12. Like, no, but you ain't got RG3 helping you out right now.
Or
Like,
Bryce Petty.
Bryce Petty, good times. But as long as you guys are competing to get to a bowl game this year, you should be able to save your job. And I'm expecting DJ to have a really good year, honestly. I mean, it's a different pressure playing in the SEC compared to the Big 12. Fuck the SEC. My bad. You know what? Fuck Alabama. I don't know.
What do you say? Fuck. All right.
Maybe.
Yeah, fuck,
You're not doing any
fuck
Alabama slander today. Not yet, at least. It's going to come.
facts.
It's going to eventually pop up. But next up on our list is the BYU Cougars, the runner-ups in the Big 12 and the winners of our favorite bowl game, the Pop-Tarts Bowl.
Come from behind,
baby.
Come from
Storm
behind
and
victory in the
Mormons.
Pop Tarts Bowl.
Thank you, BYU, for doing the right thing. Fuck
The
you.
Storming Mormons, baby.
But BYU coming off a 12-2 year, barely missed out on the playoff, go to their bowl game, unlike some certain teams, Notre Dame. But they averaged 34 points a game last year, 432 yards of offense per game, 247 in the air, 185 on the ground, 29 passing touchdowns, 27 rushing touchdowns. Defense did their thing, only allowing 20 points per game, allowing 322 yards per game, 201 in the air, 121 on the ground. They got 36 sacks and forced 27 turnovers. Some of their key losses include Chase Roberts, the wide receiver, Jack Kelly at linebacker, and then we got defensive lineman Blake Mangelson, and then cornerback Jacob Robinson. Some key additions, they bring in a quarterback to back up the GOAT Bear Bachmeier. McKay Hillstead transfers from Utah State. And Cade, the linebacker, yeah, we're not going to try to say your last name, buddy. But he transferred in from Cal. Shout out to Cade. Got tight end Walker Lenz transferring in from USC. And then Javen Williams transfers from Mississippi State. I wonder if he played in that bowl game. I might have saw you play last year. But talking about key returners with Bear Bachmeier being back, they also bring back running back LJ Martin, and one of their top linebackers, Isaiah Glasker, is back. Now, like I said, BYU just barely missed out on the playoff last year. They could have probably had an argument if they made that Texas Tech game a little closer.
That game was over when Bear rolled his ankle.
Yeah, when Bear got hurt, yeah, it was basically wraps. They put strictly belt in that game. But BYU competed in that game. Maybe there's an argument for they could have got that last playoff spot over Alabama.
Walker Leon's going to be tough.
Walker Lenz, yeah. Lions, Lenz, Leon, Walker. Shout out Walker.
He only got 20 receptions last year for 223 yards. They get that ball to him more, so like he's going to be tough.
But BYU's got a shot to be back and competing in this conference again, honestly. If Bear picks a step after what he did last year as a freshman, and he should have won freshman of the year, just saying. I don't know why we're giving it the red shirt freshmen. Fuck Julian saying. I felt like Unk right there. See, I told you, he's not here, but his presence is still with us.
Yeah, it tends to stay with you forever. You wake up one day, and then you just realize, what's wrong with me? Yeah.
We're going to see what BYU has in store this year.
Well, yeah, I think they're going to be good. They're going to be good. It's BYU, man.
BYU going to be straight.
I just looked at these notes, so you fucking you funny as hell.
And then
you're talking about yeah.
I see what you did there. You're funny.
And then let alone the cornerback Jalen Williams, he pretty good too.
Yeah. He was highly underrated playing for Mississippi
45. Yeah, 45 solo tackles, 2 interceptions last year.
He was highly underrated for Mississippi State last year. He didn't get talked about enough down there last year, but I'm expecting him to have a huge season for BYU.
I wonder if he played in that bowl game last year against us. I can't see from last year. Oh, Jerry's gone again.
Well, all right then.
Shit, it's awkward. Because he was up next talking about Cincinnati.
While we do that, Wake Up Dawg is sponsored by absolutely nobody. Yeah, man.
Monster energy drinks, Red Bull. Red Bull give you rings. But it still ain't make Unc ass fly into the goddamn podcast. So and he drink one of those every day. So Red Bull, step it up.
Yeah, while we wait for Jerry to get back and we can continue previewing these teams. We have, after this episode, only 3 episodes left in the preseason before we start getting into our predictions.
I can't wait for that.
I know you guys are excited to hear all the interesting picks like Jerry picking UMass to win the MAC.
It's finna be some outrageous takes when we do conference predictions.
I
don't even want to fucking pick the I don't want to pick the Big 12. I always suck at the Big 12.
You don't suck. You don't suck at the Big 12. You just pick the underdogs.
Yeah, I need to quit doing that shit. I was trying to get to the box score. Who was that kid that transferred? What was his name? That played for Mississippi State last year?
Believe it was Javen Williams.
Oh, I don't think he played in that bowl game. No, he's not on the tackle list or on the defense list. So,
Guess we'll just wait on Jerry.
well,
Uh,
since you're here, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe if you're new, help us out, follow our Instagram, Wake Up Dog CFB podcast.
Where your mom's at?
Your mom's at. Follow our TikTok page.
What
else?
Guess I just Cincinnati Bearcats. I mean,
Come on, yeah.
7-6, 5-4, lost in the Liberty Bowl. Offense 28 points per game. Total offense 407 yards per game. Passing offense 237 with a good rushing of 169. That's good for them. Okay. Passing touchdowns a good 28 with a good 19 rushing touchdowns. Defense allowed 27 points per game with a total defense allowing 399 yards allowed per game. Passing defense, allowing 238 yards with rushing defense only allowing 160 with a key 26 sacks and 18 takeaways. He losses, we got quarterback Braden Sorsby, the gambler.
Yep, that's exactly what he is. That's exactly what he is. He's a fucking gambler. Continue. I'm gonna talk about him when you get done with Cincinnati. Continue though.
I take Corleone, NFL draft, and QB Matthew McDoon, graduation / NFL. With key additions, Chidera Ututu, transfer, and JB Gibson, Patrick Burr, and key returns of Will Hammond, Zion.
William played for Texas Tech. I don't know how they got in here.
Will Hammond does not play for Texas Tech.
William played for Texas Tech. I don't know how that shit got in there.
Okay. Will Hammond returning to Texas Tech, and Zion Johnson, Marquise Parker, and Elijah Gunn. Anybody got any inputs on that?
The gambler and Brandon Sorsby, the fact he still played and Cincinnati knew about he was gambling is crazy.
God, no, Cincinnati's the fucking problem.
And the fact that Cincinnati knew about the gambling addiction and they still let him play.
Like they knew. They knew this shit.
He's good, you know?
It's okay.
Texas Tech
he's offered the bag.
Didn't make it no better.
Oh yeah, he gambles.
We just watched a quarterback that plays college football. You know that bet it. Like had like 40 bets and spent like $900K on them bets and just let him play the game of college football. Then he goes to Texas Tech. The judge gets paid off. That's exactly what happened. He got paid off, got paid under the table, and then made him eligible. Now he's no longer with the program. That Swarsby situation was insane.
That shit was crazy to watch all off season. Cincinnati, y'all are dickheads because y'all know he threw it under the rug and then said, "Oh, you wanted the bag to go to Texas Tech? He was gambling. He has an addiction."
Crazy. Quan, you want to talk about Deion and the Buffaloes, man?
Oh yeah, that's why I went ahead and took that because I knew I was up next. So I might as well just go back to back real quick.
Come on, do it, Jerry.
Okay, well, now we heading down to the University of Colorado Boulder.
Come on, Sosa.
Go on.
Come on, Quan. One more, Quan. Come on.
Shador.
Hey, they got to get the Shador, bro.
His damn daddy on the hot seat. That nigga gonna need $300.
Travis Hunter,
That nigga gonna need a $300 AP soon because he ain't gonna have no job and no money. He don't get his shit together. 20 points per game with offense 328, man. Passing offense 208 of those and rushing 125 of those, man. Passing touchdowns, we got 17. Rushing touchdowns, we got 15. With the stats up here, you'll be betrayed. I think this was a good team. Defense allowed 30 points per game. That's where we fucking up. Offense, I apologize, but I see where we fucking up. We fucking up on the defense.
Why is that?
I'm gonna tell you what it is.
The reason why because he got he got linebackers playing goddamn defensive tackle and defensive end, and he got fucking safeties playing linebacker. That shit ain't gonna cut it in a bit, too. Dion, you gotta get
Yeah.
some. You gotta get some. You gotta get the motherfuckers, bro. That got that size, bro. You gotta get some meat on your D line, bro. Pause. But you gotta get big in the trenches, bro.
Yeah,
Niggas
you
ain't
need
gonna
some
cut
meat
it.
on
no
that
meat on the
D.
bones.
And you need an offensive line. Love of
And
God, you watched your son die when he was there, and now you're seeing Juju just sit there and die. Like,
and I've
bro,
been
get an
and I've been
offensive
saying
line.
and I've been saying this for years, Dion. If you want to win, especially at the Power 5 level, you gotta get them big boys up front. You have yet not to do. You have yet to do that. Have yet. I see the speed. I see the speed. You got speed everywhere. But what are big boys in the trenches, man? You need them. Need them, man. Why you think Texas Tech and BYU and Kansas State and Houston? Why you think they all dominating the? Why you think they all dominate the bit? Because they got the size up front. Dion, you gonna need that.
They got the big boys.
Yeah. But with key losses, quarterback Kaden Salter, he graduated with Marion Miller, which he transferred to Arizona State. Wide receiver Draylon Miller, going to Baylor. Ryan Stubb, Tennessee. Simeon Price, Oregon. With key additions, DeAndre Moore, coming from Texas. Cam Perry, coming from Miami. And Toby, just transferring. I quite don't know where he coming.
I didn't get to school.
Key returns, we got Michael Welch, Joseph Williams, and DE/LB, Kylan Salter, and QB Juju Lewis.
I will say, for the transfer portal class Dion got, I'm really impressed with Cam Perry because Cam went stupid at Miami, Ohio last year. I think he ended up low-key winning MAC Player of the Year. I know I think he was in the running for the Blickenoff Award, low-key.
College football love them damn Cougars, don't they?
But Dion, you got to get it together, dude.
Yeah, you gotta get it
You
together.
could always go back to Jackson State. Why not?
Yeah. Or just coach at the
Safe to
Sun
say
Belt.
Dion is on the hot seat.
No, he could go to Albany State.
No, go to A&T.
You know what? I wouldn't even mind that. I wouldn't even mind that. I wouldn't even mind, Coach.
You know what, Dion? You want to impress me? Go to Livingstone. Go to Livingstone. All right, next up on the
got
list,
Livingstone.
we have the Houston Cougars coming off a 10-win season and a win in the Texas Bowl. So go ahead.
Right, the Houston Cougars finished the season 10-3 with a 6-3 conference record, winning the Texas Bowl, beating LSU. Offensive points per game, they averaged almost 30 a game. Total offense was 339. Passing yards were 216. Rushing yards was 178. Yep, per game, 26 touchdowns and 17 of the touchdowns being rushing touchdowns. Defensively, they gave up 22.8 points per game, 347.8 total yards per game. Passing offense was 218. Rushing was 129 per game. They had 19 sacks with 18 takeaways, 12 interceptions and 6 fumbles. Key losses, Dean Connors due to graduation, Makai Muse due to graduation, Jeremiah Wilson, NFL draft. Key additions, Keyshawn Henderson, 5-star, one of the top quarterbacks coming out the class of 2026 in high school. Wide receiver Parrish Melvin, freshman as well, at that outstanding recruit class they had. And CB Jeremiah Caldwell in the transfer portal. Key returns is Rayshawn Sanford, wide receiver Stephon Johnson, and returning quarterback Connor Wakeman. Wakeman?
I mean, Houston could win this conference too. I feel like I'm saying that a lot. I feel like I'm saying a lot of these teams can win this conference because, I mean, the Big 12 is really wide open for.
I know y'all don't know him yet, but I'm invested in him early. Watch out for Keyshawn Henderson in the near future. Please do.
Yeah, he probably won't see the field as much this year with Connor being there, but learning a year under Connor and then taking the Rams next year might go through.
I know y'all don't know him, but I do. I watched them highlights. I'm invested. I'm selling my stock to Keyshawn. So watch out for Keyshawn Henderson in the near future.
That homework. All right, next up, we're going to a team that had a lot of offseason moving around, and that's the Iowa State Cyclones. Jerry, you're back, and you're going to talk about Iowa State.
Yeah, man. Hold on. Look at. Oh, there they are. Yeah, the Iowa State Cyclones, man. They opted out of their bowl game. Don't know why. But yeah, man, they average 27 points per game. 396 total offense, most of that being the passing. Which is 221. Russian offense is 174. They had 16 passing TDs, but 23 rushing TDs. Defensively though, not bad. Only allowed 20 points per game. But their yards though needs to be better. Their total defense allowed 356 yards. Most of that being the passing, which is 218, and rushing is 138. They had 32 sacks this season and 15 takeaways and 11 interceptions and 4 fumbles. Some of their key losses is QB Rocco Beck. I think I said that right. Wide receiver Jaden Higgins. NFL draft Malik Verdon. And some key additions is QB Jalen Renner, QB Zane Forrest, Oklahoma State running back Cameron Petway, and some key returns is running back Carson Henson, offensive lineman Tyler Miller, and DB Jeremiah Cooper. Hey, another Jerry, man. You love to see it.
Hey, I swear to God, no bullshit. Before we got Gio in the portal, I swear to God, I wanted Jalen Rayner. I needed him to come home. But he went to Iowa State, and I was sick. But we got Gio, so fuck it, we bought.
Got you. Y'all in good hands, man. But
Yeah.
Iowa State, a whole lot of drama, to say the least, about this team in the offseason. Matt Campbell, as we all know, went to Penn State to replace James Franklin, who's at Virginia Tech. And Matt Campbell took half the team with him, including his star quarterback, Rocco Beck, who is in Happy Valley with him. So I want to see the post Matt Campbell era in Iowa State.
It's going to be very interesting to see, but I mean, getting pieces like Jalen Rayner and Cameron Petaway in the transfer portal, that's pretty big. But the rest of the team is going to be curious to see. And Jerry, I know we talk about we talk about the yards allowed in by most of these teams. Welcome to the Big 12, buddy, where defense doesn't exist.
And also, Jerry, by the way, at one point in the season, they had 19 injuries. So the yards, so the yards allowed and all that stuff, that's a big reason why they had 19 injuries at one point in the season last year.
Half the team was hurt, and they still managed to get to bowl eligibility. Of course, they opted out because half the team was fucking gone. But it's going to be curious to see what the Cyclones do and see if they can still compete in the Big 12 conference this year.
Next up is Rock Chalk Jayhawk.
Yeah, let's take our talents to the state of Kansas. We have the Kansas Jayhawks, and how fitting is it that Jayhawk is talking about the Jayhawks? You know how many times I've been asked, you know how many times I've been asked if I'm from fucking Kansas? Like everybody's always like, "Are you from Kansas? Are
You look like you're from Kansas. You know the Kansas people.
What does that even mean?
No, you just look like
What's it from Kansas look like?
It looked like a dude from Kansas.
I'm fucking weak.
I'm crying.
But the Jayhawks come off a 5-7 season, a little disappointing after the recent success they've had recently. They scored 28 points a game, averaging over 413 yards per game. 220 of those passing, 192 on the ground for 20 passing touchdowns and 21 rushing touchdowns, keeping it pretty balanced. Defense struggled, of course, because it's the Big 12. 26 points per game allowed. They allowed 377 yards per game, 224 in the air, 153 on the ground. They got 25 sacks and forced 20 turnovers. Some of their key losses, they lose their quarterback, Jalen Daniels, to graduation. Devin Neal off to the NFL. And Mello Dotson, their cornerback, also to the NFL. Some key additions, they bring in quarterback Chase Jenkins from the transfer portal. Amir Herring, they got him out of the transfer portal. And then wide receiver Nazay Cox from the transfer portal. So they're doing their thing in the transfer portal. They bring back Lawrence Arnold, a wide receiver, a defensive end, and Dean Miller, and then a cornerback in Jalen Todd. So coming off a 5-7 year, it's going to be interesting to see what the Jayhawks can do. Are they going to get back to what they had been doing in recent years, or are we just getting back to what Kansas is known for, and that's basketball?
I don't think so with Lance. I don't know. I forgot to say
Yeah, Lance
Lance.
is a really good coach.
Lance. I don't know how to say his last name. Forgive me, y'all, but Lance Lupoy.
Something like that.
Yeah.
He's a good coach. It's gonna be curious to see what Kansas has in store for us this year. But we'll just stay in the Sunflower State right now, and Jerry will talk about the Kansas State Wildcats. What team? Wildcats. Let's go.
Yeah, Kansas State Wildcats. This team also opted out in that bowl game. This is a 6-6 team. This team averaged around 29 points per game with a total offense of 370. Most of that being in the passing, which is 198. Your passing yards and rushing yards is 171. Defensively, I don't know. Some key losses is wide receiver Jace Brown, uh running back Dylan Edwards, linebacker Austin Romaine. Some key additions is wide receiver Isaiah Williams, wide receiver Joshua Manning, defensive end Jaden Bryant, and some key returns is Avery Johnson, running back Joe Jackson, and tight end Garrett Oakley. Damn, Joe Jackson. Oh my God, PTSD. All right. Thoughts on the Kansas State Wildcats?
I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking the same thing.
Kansas State got the Ireland curse, meaning whoever loses the college football game in Ireland, their season is cursed. So when they lost in Ireland, their whole season just got
Sound like when we lost in London.
it just went down the drain. Yeah. When they lost in Ireland, it just went down the drain. And this team was they were hyped up before the season started, if I'm not mistaken.
They were.
They were. But the good old Ireland curse got them. And when they lost in Ireland, it just went down
That
the
was
drain.
a fun game too.
More of the story, kids, don't lose in Ireland.
Yeah, don't lose in Ireland. Hey, Bill, do that thing though. Go ahead. Look out for me one time, Bill. I like this team because Avery Johnson's such an underrated quarterback if he can stay healthy. And then picking up Dylan Edwards, who still has the potential. He just couldn't stay healthy at Kansas. Where was he at before Kansas? Colorado?
Yeah, he was at Colorado.
Like, if he stays healthy, he has potential. Again, Kansas State, one of those teams that could compete in the Big 12.
Big
Just
12
depends
was, it's really wide open.
It is very wide open.
All right, let's get to the
up for grabs.
Let's get to the team that had no shot of winning it last year, and that's the Oklahoma State Cowboys. And I'm so glad they pulled the plug on Mike Gundy because it was time.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a trip down to poverty. Okay, 1-11, man. I mean, they doing better than Pancake U their first season. So I mean,
we got a Pancake U straight.
Yeah.
Pancake U gets in straight on the podcast.
They average 14 points per game, man. When you averaging points like that, man, of course you ain't gonna win shit. You know?
They probably average than me.
Yeah, well, they got more points a game than you do.
They probably did, not gonna lie.
292 of those in total, man. Passing offense, we got 174 passing yards, man, per game. Rushing yards, 118. They can work on that running and that passing, man. Only 7 passing touchdowns and 10 rushing touchdowns. Defense allowed 33 points per game, 418 total yards allowed by the defense with only 23 sacks and 13 takeaways, with 6 of those being interceptions and 7 of those being fumble recoveries. Key losses, man, they lose Zane Flores, Gavin Freeman, Nick Martin, and Trent Howland, with key additions of Drew Mestermaker. Yeah, we love Drew. Running back Caleb Hawkins, another one of Jayhawk cousins, with several offensive transfers from North Texas. And you know why they come? And you know why we getting them transfers, man? Why they getting them transfers? To fit Eric Morris's up-tempo offense.
That's right. Derek Morris did run a turbo type of. I will say a Tennessee.
I saw this team play last year at North.
Yeah.
Then
They
when
run a Tennessee type of offense, a turbo type of offense. So I'm excited to see how that goes in the Big 12.
I'm telling you right now, I'm literally buying stock in Oklahoma State. I think Drew Metzmaker was that good last year. Caleb Hawkins was that good. They were both true freshmen hooping last year. I mean, Metzmaker, I think, led the nation in passing yards as a true freshman. Caleb Hawkins had at least like 25 total touchdowns last year as a true freshman. Eric Morris in North Texas was damn near close enough to making the playoffs as the Group of 5 team. Like, that offense was so good last year. And I mean, his type of play style fits the Big 12 perfectly. So again, I'm buying my stock right now in Oklahoma State. I think Oklahoma State could potentially win this conference, honestly. But we'll have that discussion in a couple of weeks. Jerry, go Cowboys, all right?
No.
All right.
He did not agree. He did not agree.
No.
All right, next up, we have the TCU Horned Frogs. Got the Horned Frogs of TCU next. Plus, has got the Horned Frogs, and it's crazy to think a couple of years back they were in the national championship, getting their back blown in.
By Georgia.
Yo.
Yeah. No, it was no yo. It was 35-7. I
You
meant
said
35-7. I meant 65-7.
I mean, they was getting that black on them.
Well,
no, I'm saying this was like Meek Mill and Diddy.
my camera actually turned off, but we gonna rock it out. All right.
Well, turn this shit back on.
I'm about to say, this episode got a whole bunch of technical difficulties.
The camera light is off.
At this point.
Yeah. Riverside is giving us a stroke tonight. But let's keep it going. TCU Horned Frogs, 9-4 record, 5-4 conference record, with a win over USC in the Alamo Bowl. Offensive points per game, they average 30 a game. Total offense, 421. Passing yards, 290. Rushing yards, 131. With 30 passing touchdowns and 20 rushing touchdowns. Defensively, they allowed 25 points per game with a grand total of 378 yards total, 245 passing yards allowed, 133 rushing yards allowed with 27 sacks, 19 takeaways, 14 fumbles, 14 interceptions, and 5 fumbles. Key losses: Josh Hoover to Indiana, wide receiver Savion Williams to the NFL, and linebacker Namdi. I'm not saying that last name, but shout out Namdi. Congratulations, you're going to the NFL. Key additions: Jaden Craig from Harvard, offensive lineman Noah McKinney from Oklahoma State. Key returns: Jeremy Payne.
Got an alert that said your recording just stopped.
Hey, Wale. Holy Wale. So while they take Sosa to the King,
I'm not gonna lie. While we wait for Sosa to get back, I love the addition of Jaden Craig from Harvard. He was so tough at Harvard last year. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the FCS level, and he was getting some major interest among some top schools in the transfer portal. Ended up going to TCU to replace Josh Hoover, who's going to Indiana to replace Mendoza. But I kind of like that addition for TCU.
You met your maker.
That might have
been time. I was just telling them, like, I love the addition of Jaden Craig from Harvard.
Oh, Jaden Craig was nice.
Yeah. All right, Jerry.
You get to cover the most hated team in college football, man, the Texas Tech Red Raiders.
The reigning Big 12 team. Yeah, that was a good game.
Yeah, hold on. First, go Raiders.
Honestly, Sorsby come over and probably be the starter, but with Sorsby shit not working out because of his gambling addiction.
They got my boy Will Hammond.
They got Will Hammond, and when he stepped in last year, he was fine. Texas Tech was still moving the ball last year. Like, what game was it? He had to come in and replace
the Utah game, and he
the Utah
tore Utah. He tore Utah apart.
He came off the bench, started 12 for 12, like 200 yards. Like, it's gonna be fine. And Micah Hudson, he's a young wide receiver. He's tough. Cameron Dickey, he's another tough wide receiver or running back. This team, I think they're gonna be fine still. I mean, yeah, they had all the issues with Sorsby in the portal this offseason, not all that drama and shit. But I think this team's gonna be fine.
Jerry leaves again.
Jerry gonna make his maker tonight. It's taking people to the King tonight. I haven't.
To the King.
This
All
app is
right.
having a stroke tonight.
Don't worry, we only got 3 teams left. We'll start it down in Florida in the bounce house with the UCF Knights. Coming off a 5-7 year last year, they averaged 24 points per game. Offensively, 378 total yards, 220 passing yards, 158 rushing yards, 12 passing touchdowns, 19 rushing touchdowns. On the defensive side, they allowed 23 points per game, 335 total yards, 185 in the air, 150 on the ground. They got 35 sacks and forced 19 turnovers. Some of their key losses include Malachi Lawrence, defensive end to graduation, fresh to NFL. Maybe he'll be on a practice squad or something. And then Jaden Nixon, their running back to graduation. And then Philip Dunham to graduation. The addition, wide receiver DJ Black from the portal, who had a good season at the end of the year. And then some key returners. They got Dylan Wade at wide receiver, and then Lewis Carter back at linebacker. Is Scott Frost still here?
I believe so.
Scott, get back to winning at UCF. You guys were fun when you guys claimed that national championship. All right, Jerry's back. So, Jerry, talk about the Utah Utes.
Utah trash.
Oh, shit. Bro, my dang is delayed, bro. I don't know why. Yeah, the Utah Utes, they won the Las Vegas Bowl. They had a total offense of 41 points per game. That the total offense is 482 yards, most of that being in rushing. Actually, this is the first time I've seen a running team. It's refreshing. All right. 206 is rushing offense, 216 passing.
Yeah.
With rushing touchdowns being 41, and passing touchdowns being 27. Defensively, they allowed 18 points. Ain't gonna lie, they was shutting shit down. They had let me put this up. 359 yards of total defense, most of that being in rushing, not by much, like 181 to 177. Sacks, 34, takeaways, 15. The key losses is offensive tackle Caleb Lamu, cornerback Smith Snowden, defensive end Connor Tulu, and some key additions is Cam Calhoun. I don't know. I just stress with that stuff. Anyway, he's from Alabama. QB Devin Dampier and safety Tal Johnson as the returns. So thoughts on the Utah Utes?
And, Jerry, don't be surprised about the amount of points and a few yardage that Utah gives up because their defense is always usually really good. Shout out to Buffalo Bills safety Cole Bishop. He went to Utah. You know who else went to Utah? I know I was trying to think of the name. I couldn't pop one off. Supposed to pop one off. Damn, you're supposed to do it off the head, not off the fucking research.
I was about to say Cam. I was gonna give someone like Cam Brosnan.
Get Cam Brosnan, man.
Cam
I
Brosnan.
wish he would have worked out. Utah, the big thing about Utah is they Val Whittingham leaves. They'll take the Michigan job, so it's going to be curious to see what it looks like. But they just hired within.
Yeah.
So Utah probably should get the beat, honestly. They'll probably still be up here competing, like we played for damn near half the conference.
Utah
But
should be
let's
all
finish
right,
it
man.
up with
Come
a
on,
trip.
you got good old Country Roads to close it out.
Yeah.
Tell us about the West Virginia Mountaineers.
I mean, I ain't James Madison, but let's go ahead and start. West Virginia Mountaineers, man, the Mountain Dog.
Yeah.
4-8, man. 2-7 in conference. They could do better in this damn conference. But it ain't the worst. So, God damn it. I should keep falling. So we got 339 yards per game. Passing, 88 yards. Rushing, 160. Passing, touchdowns, we got 10 with 22 rushing touchdowns. They're great at moving that ball on the ground, moving that ball. And maybe they just get down there and then do a fucking 1 yard halfback dive or some shit, you know? Fullback. Yeah.
Push.
Defense, allowed 30 points per game. 9 total yards allowed, with 265 being passing and rushing being 143, with 27 sacks and 20 takeaways, 11 interceptions, and 9 fumble recoveries. Key losses, we got Nico Macho, Jaheim White, Ty Edwards, with key additions of Michael Hawkins Jr., Jayhawk's son, running back Cam Cook, and wide receiver Cam Van Gogh. Van Gam, whatever the hell.
Vaughn?
Cam Vaughn.
I said, I don't know why I said Von Golf. I don't know what the
Dude, you butchered the shit out his last
Yeah.
name.
I don't know who the fuck. Yeah, with key return, huh?
Hey, low key, West Virginia could make some noise. Michael Hawkins isn't that bad. A
You
quarterback
just been shouting out
transferring to
everybody with the
Oklahoma.
last name Hawkins, bro. I'm on him.
No, be for real. Like well, Michael Hawkins has potential. It's just he was at Oklahoma and he kind of got stuck as a backup for most of his career there.
Yeah, with
His first and Spencer Rattler starting over him, and last year with who was Oklahoma last year?
Mateer.
Yeah, Mateer. Like he's been kind of backup his whole career, but going to a spot like West Virginia and actually becoming a starter now, I think would be nice. And then Cam Cook from Jacksonville State, one of the top rushers in the country last year. I think he finished top 5 in the country in rushing yards. So they're making noise for their offense in the recruiting class. Just can they win? Can Rich Rod win again at West Virginia?
But yeah, man, I think that's gonna end it in the podcast for tonight. Stay tuned. Wednesday night we're gonna cover the Conference USA. After the Conference USA, we're gonna cover the Sun Belt, Pac-12, and then Independence to round it off. So we're almost done with previewing every conference from every team from every conference, man. Roll a couple more weeks till we get the conference predictions. Please subscribe to the YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TikTok, Instagram. Follow us on all of that, man. We're gonna be active. We're gonna be active as much as we can on all platforms. Just bear with us and be patient. But until Wednesday night, man, it's your boy Sosa.
It's your boy Jay.
Yeah,
it's Jerry.
Jerry. All right.
Jerry.
And we will see you on the next episode of Wake Up Dog, man. Go Dogs!
Go Deeds. Bro, every time you say that, bro.
Bama,
It's just
Bama,
mesmerized me.
Bama, 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 Bama,
I love
Bama,
the beat.
Bama, Bama,